Welcome to Stories Round the Table with Hudson James and Joni Harms. Real conversations, heartfelt moments, and stories from some of country music's most iconic voices. From award-winning legends to rising stars, every episode brings you closer to the heart of Nashville and the people who shape country music. Season 3 is here and now. It's officially a True Country Plus original, streaming on TrueCountryPlus.com and at storiesroundthetable.com.
Man, Gene, I want to say so much that I am so glad that you took the time out of your short day on the tour bus to do this little interview with us.
That's all right. I'm proud to do it.
Absolutely. Well, this is one of the biggest class acts that I can ever know of in my lifetime, and I've been a follower and a fan of yours, Gene, forever. And the fact that you've been doing it this many years, it obviously shows that you absolutely love it. And you've done so much for young people, like I was just mentioning when we were chatting before we came on the line. My daughter got to open for you. So many different people have had the chance to visit with you or open for you, and you welcome that. And I just that is an awesome thing. Thank you for being so generous and so sharing with your advice and your help with all you've done, and trying to help young people get into the business.
Well, you're welcome. I mean, I feel like anytime I can do something for someone coming up the ladder that might help, it's going to be a whole lot better for all of us, because we're a dying breed, really, when you get right down to it. And we need all the help we can get from these youngsters.
Man, no kidding. We need to keep this classic country music alive and well. And you are one of them that is doing that, man. I mean, there's so many questions I want to ask you, and but like I said, it's just amazing that you have just done this for so many years, gone all over the world, really, with your music, and everybody loves you. And the ones that don't, who cares? That's, you're staying true to what you're doing. And that's what I advise young people too, that are really wanting to try to keep country music alive. Just keep it. Don't change. Don't go and follow what's going on in Nashville or wherever else with the upcoming country music. I think it's going to turn around and come back to some of this classic music. Don't you?
Well, I hope it does.
Yeah.
I'm not sure it'll go back all the way to my roots, but it'd be nice if it would. But if it'll just come back to, part of the way, it's going to be a whole lot better, I think.
Absolutely.
On that topic, I've mentioned to you, Joni, a few times, but the few conversations I've had with the country singer Bill Dean, he's noticed that a lot of his followers are younger generation because they grew up on what their parents listened to, and now they like it. So I really do think it's going to rebound, and I do think all those 80s and 60s and 90s are going to come back.
Absolutely.
I certainly hope so. I mean, we can't be assured of that, but we've got several of them out there that's really pushing it hard. Zach Tops helping out a whole lot, and several of the younger ones too that's headed that way. And let's just hope it works.
Well, a lot of these young gens don't like the reverb and all the mixes in the studios. They like that storytelling. They like that real song.
Well, I do too. I'm not for doing the computer thing, and sending the hard drive around the block and all that. In fact, even now, when I go in the studio to record, I do it with a full band. And everybody lets me know, of course, that's old school, but well, I've been in it a while. So,
and that's
yeah,
what a lot of people now are looking for. That's what they want. They don't want that reverb. They don't want that fake stuff. They want that genuine, real song, which is exactly what you do.
I think the one thing that stops a whole lot of them is, our music naturally comes from the country, and so many don't understand what you have to do to get a song out there. I mean, they're not making CDs hardly anymore, and you haven't got that many ways to listen to music. And if you don't get tuned in to the electronics of today's world, you're not going to hear it very much longer.
That's right.
That really is sad. I like having an actual CD and having a CD player, and it really is unfortunate that it's kind of gone away.
Well, just like this podcast, if I didn't have some people here that were really computer savvy, we wouldn't be having this talk right now. Thanks to my piano player, Chris, he's got us up and running. And if it weren't for that, well, we couldn't do it. And that's basically what I see in the future of country music, or any kind of music for that matter. It's just according to whether the people can hear it or not.
And it's
Well, I'm sure glad that they can hear your music, Gene. And you are a legend, and certainly somebody that puts out music that young people, old people, whoever, need to hear. And, I just applaud you for going through all the different kinds of things that we've had to be going through. I mean, you probably went through some cassettes and some vinyl and
8 tracks.
even 8 tracks.
the
Wow.
8-track.
So what do you think of this? What do you think is going to happen here with the new way of being able to download music? Is that where it stops? Is just being able to download, or do you think there's something else coming?
I think there's always room for something else, but I'm amazed every time they come out with it. I mean, who would have thought that you could take a little old electronic looking thing and plug it in your car and play music off of it, So it's come a long ways. I mean, I enjoyed it, in the cassette tape days. I enjoyed it in the CD days, but I realized, it's really gone a whole lot further than that. And I'm just proud that I've got the people around me that can make me a part of that, because I think that's the main thing that keeps me going even now after being in it all these years.
Absolutely. Well, that's a good answer. And, I personally miss being able to pick up a cassette or a CD or even better yet, a vinyl, and being able to read who wrote the song, who, it played on it, and all the good stuff, and being able to see your pictures and that kind of thing that, you don't get to experience that with downloads. But I'm just, and I'm really happy that we got to be a part of that when we were. The world is crazy right now, but still, I think more than ever they need your kind of music, Gene.
Now,
Well, I hope so.
now, I really hate to put you on the spot, but I'm gonna do so. You've done more interviews than you can probably even count. What is the one story that you've always wanted to share but never had a chance to do so in an interview?
I don't think there's ever been one of those stories.
Really?
The more I look at it and more of it comes into me, I think my life's an open book. I can find out something every day that I wouldn't have thought of myself that's happened to me. And there's so much AI stuff floating around that's false until you don't know. And I'm sure that the fans don't know what to believe and what not to believe, because they've got the picture down, they've got all this. And we've got one site that is strictly us. That's me. That's my people that tell it like it is. But there's over 150 other sites that claim.
Thanks for joining us at Stories Round the Table. Don't forget to follow, subscribe, and share the show with fellow country music fans. Catch every episode on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, and on Stories Round the Table with HudsonandJoni.com and TrueCountryPlus.com. New stories, new guests, same warm conversation around the table. We'll see you next time.